Let f of x be the any function and a comma b are two real numbers such that a square minus b is equal to 1 and a plus root b whole power f of x plus a minus root b whole power f of x is equal to 2a, then f of x is equal to plus or minus 1. If a comma b are two real numbers such that a square minus b is equal to 1, a plus root b whole power f of x plus a minus root b whole power f of x is equal to 2a, then f of x is equal to plus or minus 1. It is very important. Please note this point. Next, let x comma y are any two real numbers and x square plus y square is equal to 0, then definitely x is equal to 0 and y is equal to 0. Square of two real numbers is always positive. It is 0 only when x 0 and y 0. Similarly, x, y, z are three real numbers such that x square plus y square plus z square is equal to 0, x 0, y 0, z 0. Okay. Next, seventh one. Let a, b, c are any three real numbers, then the value of a square plus b square plus c square minus ab minus bc minus ca is always greater than or equal to 0. A, B, C are any three real numbers, this value is always greater than or equal to 0. But a square plus b square plus c square minus ab minus bc minus ca is equal to 0 when all of these three values are equal. A is equal to b is equal to c. In all the remaining cases, this value is always greater than 0. It is the basic condition. Always greater than 0 in all the remaining cases. That means a is equal to b not equal to c or a not equal to b is equal to c. In all the remaining cases, this value is greater than 0. Next, ninth one. If a, b, c are real numbers and a square plus b square plus c square is equal to k, then range of ab plus bc plus ca is closed interval minus k by 2 to k. This is also very important. In function chapter, already we discussed and proved this value. Minus k by 2 to k. The range of AB plus BC plus CA is minus k by 2 to k. Now, we discuss about inequations. Suppose a comma b two polynomial functions in x or y or z. B any two polynomial functions. Then the possible cases are 4. First one, if root a greater than root b, then find the solution of this inequality under. Sorry. Now, we start inequalities. Let a comma b be two polynomial functions in x. Two polynomial functions in x. Then, we get 4 possible inequalities. First one, if root a greater than root b, then find the solution of this inequality. If root a greater than root b holds, root a greater than root b is true only when a greater than 0, b greater than or equal to 0 and a greater than b. That means root x is defined only when x greater than or equal to 0. Generally, root x is defined when x greater than or equal to 0. Similarly, root a is defined when a greater than or equal to 0. Root b is defined when b greater than or equal to 0. Square root value is always positive. That means 0 or more than 0. Suppose minimum value of root x is 0. That is minimum value of root a is 0. Minimum value of root b is 0. Suppose 0, 0. 0 greater than 0 meaningless. That means suppose we take b as 0. A is more than 0. So, a greater than 0, b greater than or equal to 0. After squaring on both sides, we get a greater than b. If this inequality is true only when a greater than 0, b greater than or equal to 0 and a greater than b. Next, second one. If root a less than root b, then it satisfies the following conditions. A greater than or equal to 0, b greater than 0 and a less than b. Here root a is defined when a greater than or equal to 0, b greater than or equal to 0. If a 0, b 0, it fails. So A is less value, B is more value. So we take A 0 or more than 0, B is more than 0. That means A greater than or equal to 0, B greater than 0. After squaring on both sides, we get A less than B. Next, third one. If root A less than B, then A greater than or equal to 0, B greater than 0 and A less than B square. Root A is always positive value. So B must be positive. Root A is defined when A greater than or equal to 0. So A greater than or equal to 0, B is more than A, that means B greater than 0. After squaring on both sides, we get A less than B square. Next, fourth one, very important. If root A greater than root B, then it satisfies the following conditions: A greater than or equal to 0 and B less than 0, or A greater than 0, B greater than or equal to 0 and A greater than B square. In this case, we get two cases. Suppose root A greater than B means root A is always positive. Here B is positive or negative? Here B is positive, it is always, here B is negative, it is always positive. So for all values of B less than 0, it is true for all values of A when A greater than or equal to 0. That means A greater than or equal to 0 and B less than 0. That means it is positive, it is negative. It is everywhere true. Next, second case, both are positive. A greater than 0, B greater than 0. That means A greater than 0, B is greater than or equal to 0. After squaring on both sides, A greater than B square. These are the four cases. Next, we coming to problems. ఒకసారి ఆపండి సార్, కొంచెం ప్రాబ్లమ్ స్టార్ట్ చేస్తాను. ప్రాబ్లమ్స్. ఫస్ట్ వన్, if both the roots of the quadratic equation, x square minus of 2k into x plus k square plus k minus 5 is equal to 0 or less than 5, then find the range of k. What is the range of k? In this case, both of the roots of the quadratic equation are less than 5. That means the roots are less than 5 means the roots are real. Already we discussed about the location of the roots in the quadratic equation, 6 cases. Okay, suppose alpha comma beta are two roots of this equation. Here both of the roots less than 5 means 5 is here. Here alpha comma beta are two roots. Both roots of alpha comma beta are less than 5. That means here k is equal to 5. If both roots are less than k, then it satisfies the conditions delta greater than or equal to 0. Second one, minus b by 2a less than k. Third one, a into f of k greater than 0. These are the conditions. By using these conditions, we find the range of k. In this problem, f of x is x square minus 2kx. F of x is x square minus 2kx plus k square plus k minus 5. That is f of x. F of x is equal to x square minus 2kx plus k square plus k minus 5. And k is equal to value 5. First, delta greater than or equal to 0. Delta greater than or equal to 0 means b square minus 4ac greater than or equal to 0. B square minus 4ac greater than or equal to 0. B square means minus 2k whole square, 4k square, minus 4 into a means 1 into k square plus k minus 5 greater than or equal to 0. Here 4 cancelled. K square minus k square minus k plus 5 greater than or equal to 0. K cancel. That means k is less than or equal to 5. That implies k belongs to minus infinite to 5. It is 1. First condition. Delta greater than or equal to 0. Next condition, minus b by 2a less than k. minus b by 2a less than k means minus b by 2a means minus 2k by 2 into 1 less than k means 5. 2 cancel, that implies k less than 5. Here k belongs to minus infinite to 5. It is the second one. Next, third one, a into f of k greater than 0. A into f of k greater than 0, that means a means 1, f of 5 greater than 0. F of 5 means 5 square 25 minus 10k plus k square plus k minus 5 greater than 0. That means k square minus 9k plus 20 greater than 0. Plus 20 greater than 0. 5 fours 20. That means k minus 4 into k minus 5 greater than 0. That means k belongs to minus infinite to 4 union 5 to infinite. Now we find the common solution for 1, 2, 3. The common solution for 1, 2, 3. By draw the number line and find the common solution. The common solution of these 1, 2, 3 is, we get, what is the answer? Minus infinite to 4. Minus infinite to 4 is the range of k. That means k is always less than 4. K is always less than 4. Okay, next, second one. The set of values of p, the set of values of p for which 6 lies between the roots of the equation x square plus 2 of p minus 3 into x plus 9 is equal 0. The set of values of p for which 6 lies between the roots of the equation. That means if k lies in between both the roots, what are the conditions? Suppose this is k. If k lies in between both of the roots, then delta greater than or equal to 0, delta greater than 0 and a into f of k less than 0. Here the quadratic expression f of x is equal to x square plus 2 into p minus 3 into x plus 9 is equal to 0. It is true, and k is equal to, both of the roots are, k lies between the roots, k is equal to 6. So delta greater than or equal to 0. Second one, the set of all values of p, the set of all values of p for which 6 lies between the roots of the quadratic equation x square plus 2 into p minus 3 into x plus 9 is equal to 0. Both of the roots are, let the roots be alpha beta and 6 lies in between these two roots. If k lies in between the roots, what are the conditions? First one is delta greater than 0, roots are different, real and distant. Second one is a into f of k less than 0. Here f of x is x square plus 2 of p minus 3 into x plus 9. K is equal to 6. So delta greater than 0 means b square minus 4ac greater than 0. That implies 4 into p minus 3 whole square minus 4 into 1 into c means 9 greater than 0. 4 cancel. P square minus 6p plus 9 minus 9 greater than 0. P is the common term, p into p minus 6 greater than 0. That means p belongs to minus infinite to 0 union 6 to infinite. When delta less than 0, p belongs to minus infinite to 0 union 6 to infinite. A into f of k greater less than 0. A means 1 into f of 6 less than 0. That implies 36 plus 12 into p minus 3 plus 9 less than 0. That means 36 plus 12p minus 36 plus 9 less than 0. 36 cancel. 12p less than minus 9. P less than minus 3 by 4. P less than minus 3 by 4. That means P belongs to minus infinite to minus 3 by 4. The common solution for these two values is minus infinite to minus 3 by 4. Therefore, the value of P lies P less than minus 3 by 4. That means P belongs to minus infinite to minus 3 by 4. Next. Third one. If 0 less than, alpha less than, beta less than, gamma less than pi by 2, if 0 less than, alpha less than, beta less than, gamma less than pi by 2, then the equation 1 by x minus sin alpha, 1 by x minus sin beta plus 1 by x minus sin gamma is equal to 0 has dash roots. That means 2 real roots, 2 imaginary, 2 real and distant equal. So, in this way. What are the nature of the roots in this equation? Without finding the roots, we find the nature. Okay. And at the same time, we find the nature of the roots by using the location of the roots. Here, 0 less than, alpha less than, beta less than, gamma less than pi by 2. Sin alpha, sin beta, sin gamma. In between 0 to pi by 2, sin x is increasing. That means 0, sin 0 means 0. Less than sin alpha less than sin beta less than sin gamma less than 1. Say this value is A, this value is B, this value is C. Sin alpha means A, sin beta means B, sin gamma means C. A less than B less than C. Okay. Now the given equation is 1 by x minus sin alpha plus 1 by x minus sin beta plus 1 by x minus sin gamma. That implies 1 by x minus A plus 1 by x minus B plus 1 by x minus C is equal to 0. LCM is x minus A into x minus B into x minus C. After cross multiplications, we get x minus B into x minus C plus x minus A into x minus C plus x minus A into x minus B is equal to 0. After multiplication, we get a quadratic. By finding delta, we find the nature of the roots. But here, it is f of x. Suppose we consider one of the value of f of A. F of A is equal to A minus B into A minus C. A minus B into A minus C. Here 0, it is also 0. Next, f of B. F of B is equal to first value is 0. Next one B minus A, B minus C. F of C 0, 0, C minus A into C minus B. But from the given A less than B less than C, that means A minus B is negative, A minus C is negative. That means it is negative, it is negative. That means f of A is positive. Next, A less than B means B minus A greater than 0, B minus C less than 0. Plus into minus means negative, f of B negative. Similarly, f of C, C minus A means positive, C minus B means positive, plus into plus, plus. That means f of C greater than 0. It is the quadratic equation and leading coefficient is x square plus x square plus x square 3. The graph is upwards. Suppose the graph is in this way. Now, f of A is greater than 0, f of B is less than 0, f of C is greater than 0. A less than B less than C. A, B, C are increasing order. F of A positive, f of B negative. That means there will be one of the root in between A and B. F of B negative, f of C positive. That means there will be one root in between B and C. So, we get two real roots and these two are distant. Two real and distant roots. This equation having two real and distant roots. Okay. Next. Fourth one. The range of A for which the equation x square plus ax minus 4 is equal to 0 as its smaller root in the interval minus 1 to 2. Smaller root in the interval minus 1 comma 2. In the given quadratic equation, leading coefficient is 1. That means positive. The graph is upwards. The graph is upwards. And at the same time, constant term C is minus 4. That means it cuts the y-axis at minus 4. Negative y-axis. That means graph is in this way. It is minus 4. Suppose this is alpha is one of the root, beta is another root. Alpha less than beta. Alpha is the least root. The smaller root lies in the interval minus 1 to 2. And this value lies in the interval minus 1 and 2. That means f of minus 1 is value, f of minus 1 must be greater than 0 and f of 2 must be negative. By using these two inequalities, we find the interval of A, range of A. Suppose f of minus 1 greater than 0 means 1 minus A minus 4 greater than 0. That means minus A minus 3 greater than 0. That means A less than minus 3. And f of 2 less than 0. 4 plus 2A minus 4 less than 0. That means 2A less than 0. A less than 0. What is the common solution for these two values? A belongs to minus infinite to minus 3. If the smallest root lies in the interval minus 1 to 2, then the range of A is minus infinite to minus 3. Okay, next. If 7 plus 4 root 3 whole power x square minus 8 plus 7 minus 4 root 3 whole power x square minus 8 is equal to 14, then find the solutions of that equation. Find the solutions of that equation. Compare with a plus root b whole power f of x, a minus root b whole power f of x is equal to 2a. It can be reduced into 7 plus root 48, 7 minus root 48. So, it is in the form of a plus root b, a minus root b. 2a means 7 plus 7 is equal to 14. It is in this form. If this equation is true, then f of x is equal to plus or minus 1 when a square minus b is equal to 1. Here a is equal to 7, b is equal to root 48. That means a square minus b is equal to 1. So, it satisfies this condition. It satisfies this condition. Then next problem. The equation ax square plus 2bx plus 3c is equal to 0 and 3x square plus 8x plus 15 is equal to 0 have a common root, where ABC are lengths of the sides of triangle ABC, then sin square A plus sin square B plus sin square C is equal to dash. Very important. Sin square A plus sin square B plus sin square C is equal to dash. Here there are two quadratic equations. First equation is ax square plus 2bx plus 3c is equal to 0. This is first equation. Second equation is 3x square plus 8x plus 15 is equal to 0. If the quadratic equations having one root common, we know the condition c1 a2 minus c2 a1 whole square is equal to a1 b2 minus b2 a2 a1 b2 minus a2 b1 into b1 c2 minus b2 c1. That means we get only the relation between ABC. We get the relation between ABC. In another method, first we find the roots of this equation. What are the roots of this equation? Here delta is equal to b square minus 4ac. B square means 64 minus 4 into 3 into 15. That means 64 minus 180. It is negative, less than 0. That means the roots are imaginary. The roots are imaginary. If delta less than 0, the imaginary roots are obtained pairwise and they are conjugate when the coefficients ABC are real numbers. Here ABC are real numbers and delta less than 0. So, if one of the root is P plus IQ, another root must be P minus IQ. But these two quadratic equations having one root in common. Suppose p plus iq is common root, then definitely p minus iq is also a common, since imaginary roots are obtained pairwise. That means these two quadratic equations having identical roots, that means both roots are in common. Both roots are in common means a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is equal to c1 by c2. That means a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is equal to c1 by c2. That implies a by 3 is equal to 2b by 8 is equal to 3c by 15. That means a by 3 is equal to b by 4 is equal to c by 5. That means a is to b is to c is equal to 3 is to 4 is to 5. But a, b, c are the sides of a triangle. A, B, C are the sides of a triangle. So a is equal to 3k, b is equal to 4k, c is equal to 5k. That means a square plus b square is equal to c square. This ratio holds. A square plus b square is equal to c square. Suppose a is equal to 3k, b is equal to 4k, c is equal to 5k, c square is equal to a square plus b square. That means angle c is equal to 90 degrees. Therefore, triangle ABC is right angle triangle. Triangle ABC is right angle triangle. Okay. That means angle C 90 degrees. A plus B, sum of the remaining angles is equal to 90 degrees. In trigonometry, if A plus B is equal to 90, then sin square A plus sin square B is equal to 1. That means sin square A plus sin square B, this value is 1 and sin 90 means 1. So, sin square A plus sin square B plus sin square C is equal to 2. The final answer is 2. Okay. If a square plus b square is equal to c square, then it is a right angle triangle, angle C 90. A plus b is equal to 90. If a plus b is equal to 90, sin square A plus sin square b is equal to 1. So, 1 plus 1 means final answer is 2. Okay. Next, second one. These two equations has a common root. Here also there is a one common root. If a, b, c belongs to n, then the least possible value of a plus b plus c. The equation x square plus 3x plus 5 is equal to 0 and ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 has a common root. If a, b, c belongs to n, then the least possible value of a plus b plus c. Here also there are two quadratic equations. One is x square plus 3x plus 5 is equal to 0 and another one is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Exactly one root is common. But here delta is equal to b square minus 4ac. That means 9 minus 4 into 1 into 5, 20. This is less than 0. Delta less than 0 means the roots are imaginary. When delta less than 0, roots are imaginary and imaginary roots are obtained pairwise. Suppose one of the root is p plus iq, other root must be p minus iq. They are conjugate pairs. But from the given these two having one of the root in common. Suppose p plus iq is one of the common root, other root must be p minus iq, since imaginary roots are obtained pairwise. That means these two also having both roots are in common. Both roots are in common. That means a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is equal to c1 by c2, or a2 by a1 is equal to b2 by b1 is equal to c2 by c1. That means a by 1 is equal to b by 3 is equal to c by 5. That implies, say this value is k, a is equal to k, b is equal to 3k, c is equal to 5k. But ABC are natural numbers. The least possible values of ABC, for getting the least possible values of ABC, k must be 1. K must be 1. Put k is equal to 1. We get a is equal to 1, b is equal to 3, c is equal to 5. Therefore, the least possible value of a plus b plus c is 1 plus 3 plus 5. That means 9. Okay. Next question. It is also same model. If the equation x square plus 2x plus 3 is equal to 0 and ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 have a common root where ABC belongs to R, then a is to b is to c is equal to dash. Here also first quadratic equation x square plus 2x plus 3 is equal to 0. Second quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Here delta is equal to b square minus 4ac. That means 4 minus 12 negative. Delta less than 0 means roots are imaginary. So imagine roots p plus iq, p minus iq. Let the common root is p minus iq. Then other root must be p plus iq. So both roots are in common. Again a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is equal to c1 by c2. That means a by 1 is equal to b by 2 is equal to c by 3. Therefore a is to b is to c is equal to 1 is to 2 is to 3. Okay. Next. Find the number of solutions of the equation mod x square minus 3 mod x plus 2 is equal to 0. First one, mod x square plus 3 mod x plus 2 is equal to 0. Second one. Third one, mod x square plus mod x minus 6 is equal to 0. Find the number of solutions of these equations. It is the quadratic in mod x. We know the modulus functions. If mod x is equal to 2, what is the solution of this equation? X is equal to plus or minus 2. If mod x is equal to 0, then x is equal to 0. If mod x is equal to minus 2, modulus value is always positive. Mod x is equal to minus 2, it is meaningless. That is no solution. Okay. So, coming to the first problem. First one is mod x square minus 3 mod x plus 2 is equal to 0. It is the quadratic in mod x. After factorization, it can be reduced into mod x minus 1 into mod x minus 2 is equal to 0. That means mod x is equal to 1 or mod x is equal to 2. Mod x is equal to 1 means x is equal to plus or minus 1. Mod x is equal to 2 means x is equal to plus or minus 2. Therefore, we get 4 solutions. X is equal to plus or minus 1 or x is equal to plus or minus 2. Number of solutions means we get 4. Next, second one. Mod x square plus 3 mod x plus 2 is equal to 0. By after factorization, it can be reduced into mod x plus 1 into mod x plus 2 is equal to 0. That means mod x is equal to minus 1 or mod x is equal to minus 2. Mod x is always positive. It is meaningless form. Here no solution. Here also no solution. Finally, number of solutions are 0. Finally, number of solutions are 0. Next, last one. Mod x square plus mod x minus 6 is equal to 0. It is the quadratic in mod x. So, mod x plus 3 into mod x minus 2 is equal to 0. Factorize this value. Here mod x is equal to minus 3 or mod x is equal to 2. Mod x is equal to minus 3 means it is meaningless. Mod x is equal to 2 means x is equal to plus or minus 2. It is meaningless, no solutions. So, we get 2 solutions. Number of solutions of this equation is 2. Okay. Finally, we get 2 solutions.